Okay, believe it or not, I am really nervous. Even though this is my bag and this is my jam, I am really nervous. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about sharing the opportunity and finding those teamies. Who wants a new teamie? Yeah, there's hands. Good. Okay, who finds sponsoring, recruiting, whatever you want to call it, finding a new teamie? Stand up if you find it really hard. Okay, now look around and look at all the people that are standing up. And the first thing I want you to realise is that you're not alone. I'm still standing, by the way. I don't find it easy. Sit back down. Okay, what I want to ask, I've got a glamorous assistant at the front, and for everybody that speaks today, I also have sweets, because that's, yeah. I've got a glamorous assistant. This is Carly, one of my directors. So, what I want to ask is, those of you that find it hard, I want you to tell me why. Why do you think you find recruiting so difficult? What is it? Hands up, come on, share. Off you go, Carly. Where's your mic? Go on, girl.
I don't want to come across as pushing it onto them. I kind of get worried that they're going to be like, oh, you just want to get more money, or you just want to kind of destroy a team. I don't want to come across as pushy. I want it to be a good experience, not I feel like I'm obliged to join you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's sweet. Keep going, Carly. A few more. We'll have a few more.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed to offer the opportunity.
Embarrassed?
Just like, if I say that, they're going to say that.
Okay. Do you know what? We've all been there. I've been there. Even when you think, oh, they're going to say no. I get that. I'm going to come. I'm hearing these, and we will come back to like overcoming these objections. So one more. We'll go one more.
The hardest thing in the world is to go for the no. I hate no. No is negative.
You don't like that word?
No need not apply.
Okay.
And then I get the no and then I'm mortified.
But you know what the word no is? Back to front, don't you? On. And that's a more positive word. Just got to turn it around. Just got to think the other way. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Thanks, Carly. So, in terms of sponsoring has been massive for my business. Well, obviously it got me to Superstar Director in 2 years, and I couldn't have done that without a team. You need a team to be able to promote, you need a team to hit lead, you need a team to hit star, superstar, and so forth. So the impact it can have on your actual business is huge, not just in terms of promotions, obviously financially, and so many other things. I mean, one of the things I'm looking at, so many of my team that are sitting in this room today, give us a wave, there they all are, so many of my downline. And I didn't recruit all of those, obviously, but I recruited somebody that then recruited them. And some of the things that's come out of that is the friendships for me. Hands up if you've made a really good friend from joining Sensi. Good, look at that, I love it. Because that's what it's all about, right? For me, the friendships outweigh the money. They outweigh the incentive trips. If you took away everything apart from the wax, because I do love the product. You took away everything apart from the wax, and I was just doing this for free wax, I'd be happy still to do it because the friendships for me have been second to none. And whether that's directors, whether that's teamies that are certified, across the board, I've grown some amazing friendships. So the actual impact of sponsoring on you personally and on your business is huge. In terms of the compensation plan, I will talk a little bit about money. If money's your driver and money's your world, money allows you that freedom, money allows you to go and take your kids out for the day, or it allows you to go on that holiday that you wanted to go to. Maybe, that trip to Disney that you've been putting off because you just can't afford it, or even if it's just to put food on your table. Sponsoring a team is going to bring that extra little bit of money on for you. It's definitely going to do that. And that is a massive impact. That's okay. Oh, my own way. So, we are going to watch a couple of videos. These are all on workstations, so you're going to be able to go back, and I'm hoping that Eldon's got these. Have you got them downloaded? Have you got the videos ready to go? Oh. Jeff Hudson? That is a Jeff question. Well, I can keep talking if you can ask him. Yeah, that'd be great. No problem. Okay, so While we're doing that, we're going to do a little activity. So you can do this on a piece of paper, in your notebooks, in your workbooks, you can do it on your phone, wherever you like, okay? I want you to think about your dream team. Okay, now I'm not talking about Beyonce, because we'd all like to recruit Beyonce or someone to that calibre. I certainly would have loved Beyonce on the team. I want you to think about, first of all, a few characteristics of what your dream team looks like, okay? I want you to think of, I call it an avatar. It's probably a bit of an old thing. That dream team avatar. What do they look like? I'm not going to lie, my dream team avatar, I'd like to recruit myself 10 times over. I would. I really would, because I know I work really, really hard. I know I like to build relationships with people. I know I want to build a team. I know I'm driven by money. I'm driven by incentives, friendships, all of that stuff. I love the product. So for me, I'd quite happily recruit another one of me. Okay? What characteristics do you want that dream team to have? Do you want someone to be confident? You know, can you think of somebody right now that would be that dream teammate? And I want you to write them down. I actually want you to write 5. I want you to think of 5 people right now that you know in your customer base, not anyone that you don't know, okay? I don't do, you might have heard this term before, but I don't do spam on a Pamela. I don't do messaging people that I don't know. It's just, it's not going to happen in my book. It's all about building relationships. Believe it or not, a little story for you. Last night, I got back to my room and I got a message from somebody that I don't know asking me to join their recruitment consulting agency because they think I'd be really good at recruiting. So yeah, I had to politely decline that one. But I'd like you to write down 5 people. I'm going to help you with that because I know sometimes when you're thinking, 5 people, you think, who could I ask? Okay? So, this book, if you've not read it, is Be a Network Marketing Leader by Mary Christensen. It's the red one. It's brilliant, and it's got this list in it, okay? So just think about some of these people that you might know, that you have contact with on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, maybe you speak to them every couple of months, or maybe you think, I know one of those people, but I haven't spoken to them for ages, okay? I'm just going to read a few, I'm not going to pick all. So, a babysitter. Maybe someone that's babysat for you before. Maybe someone that makes your coffee. What are they called? A barista? Barista? Never know. A bar, someone that works in the local bar. A beautician. How many of you have asked a beautician to join? Oh, there's not enough hands. Why have you not all asked a beautician to join? They've got a ready-made customer base. Yeah? Your best friend. My best friend joined. She's still a sensory consultant. She's not here today, though. Your boss. Your bridesmaid. Someone that's a cake decorator. Who makes the cakes for your kids? A carpet cleaner. Someone that works at your local checkout, like Sainsbury's. Your cleaner. I recruited my cleaner recently. Got a new cleaner. She turned up. And what she was like, your house smells amazing. Coconut lemongrass, literally blasting throughout the house. And actually, Nick, you were there. And we talked her into joining, didn't we? She joined. She's doing all right. She's doing great. Dance teacher. Kids dance teacher, or maybe your dance teacher. Gardener. A friendly person. Your grandparents. Honestly, the list goes on. Hairdresser. How many of you have asked your hairdresser to join? Or your barber? How many of you have not asked your hairdresser to join? Why not? Right, I'm going to come back to that. This lady in the front just said, I haven't asked her because she won't do it. But she has just said, she told me that she'll never do it. But you don't always know that. You can't change. This is Jade. So Jade, just stand up and give them away. Jade was my hairdresser a long time ago. Jade's my star director. I can't repeat what Jade said to me when I said to her, do you want my borrow basket? I can't, I'm being recorded. But she said some rude words and said, no, I don't want that in my life, thanks very much. And I'm never going to join that type of company. She's now a star director, people, okay? She was very against it. She wasn't interested. She told me point blank, no, not happening. Not happening. And I carried on assuming, actually, I'll be completely honest, my mum recruited her. When my mum was having a haircut, she said, Jade, you really need to try this stuff, okay? So, a journalist, I've just got a couple more for you. a lifeguard. Just a few that you might not have thought about before. Someone that loves to shop. Someone that buys all of the Scentsy. A reporter. Honestly, the list goes on. I could literally read hundreds, it'd take me all day. Have you got your list of 5? Has everybody managed to get 5 people written down? I want you to tell the person next to you who your 5 are. Just going to give you a couple of minutes. And I want you to tell the person next to you why, most importantly, they're on your dream team list. And then maybe if you get enough time, you could say, what impact would this business have on their lives? Go. Discuss. Let's hear from a couple of people. Glamorous assistant, are you ready to run? You're going to go to the back this time. So guys, is anyone willing to give us an example of someone that's on their dream team list? You don't have to give us their full name. Go on, we'll go right to the back, Carly. They want sweets.
I was just saying I've got a customer who's moving to a different town, similar to my friend, and rather than kind of possibly losing her business with her moving away, maybe she loves Scentsy, so I'm going to ask her.
Okay. Have a sweet. Keep going, Carl. We have a couple more.
I'm going to have 2 because I'm greedy. So, Louise, my next door neighbour, because she's quite miserable, and I think she needs bringing out of herself. I think she needs something extra in her life. And Cindy, my cleaner, because she does all the rich houses in my area, and they have a lot of money, and I know they don't know Scentsy, so...
Love that. They've got all the money. Yeah. Either that or they've got all the money because...
Got sweet.
Don't spend it. Go on, one more.
I live right by a US Air Force base, so I'm thinking I need to push myself out and expand in R1. I have one teamie over there, but they can take their business with them wherever they go when they get deployed. So I'm thinking I need to push myself out of my comfort zone.
Great answer. Great answer. Okay, the whole point in doing this is that you're thinking about people that are on that dream team list. Now, you've written down what Scentsy could do for them, okay? Maybe by the end of this session, you might feel brave enough to send them a little message, because actually, when I spoke to Jeff, he said, how amazing would it be if next time we're doing SFR, someone's standing on the stage and said, oh yeah, I recruited somebody in that session, and then they're up here, and they were recruited in this session. Can you imagine? But we're going to come up with a bit of a plan of like what you can say to them, because that is something, I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot of people struggle with what to actually ask, how to ask. I think I get asked that quite a lot, like, what do I say to them? I want to ask this person, I don't know what to say to them, and I think the fear then kicks in. We get this dream team list, you've all got your list, and then it's like, what do I do with it? And my dream team list is a system of mine. I literally build it into my week. How quick that just took you to write down 5 names, and then if you was to message those 5 people this week, next week you picked another 5 and you messaged those 5 people, and the week after you picked another 5 and you messaged those 5 people. Obviously in that time we're also building relationships, so not just saying just message those people. But that's the whole point of having these lists. It's someone that you think Scentsy would bless their lives. Scentsy could be amazing for them. Scentsy could change their life like it's changed mine or yours or, lots of people in this room. So, We're just going to see if we've got this video. If not, I'll keep talking. Okay. Let's go to... We're just going to type. Yeah. So this little video is on Workstation. You can actually show this to your teamies. There's a worksheet as well that's on here, which you can also do this with your team. You don't need to do it, or you can do it with yourself, like at home by yourselves. But we'll just have a little watch. These are the Sensi, hopefully. And this is about who you could talk to. So this might trigger some other things. We hope. Or maybe not. Oh, it's coming. Yay.
Building your team begins with talking to people about the Sensi opportunity. But who do you talk to? Finding people to share the opportunity with is easier than you might think, and you might be surprised to see how many are interested. First, start with who you know, like your friends and family. Share your excitement and enthusiasm for your new business, and invite them to be part of your journey. Next, start networking. Go to new places where you can meet new people. Local clubs, community organizations, and online platforms are great places to start. Third, get people to ask you about Sensi. When someone shows an interest in your business, you have them hooked. There's no need to pressure them into joining. Next, ask others for bookings and referrals so you can meet more new people. Party attendees, hosts, customers, acquaintances, and family are all great people to ask. And finally, in your daily conversations, listen for ways that Sensi can fill a need and keep note of that. Are the people you're talking to giving you clues that they might be interested in joining? Find out their story and give them the opportunity to show you why Sensi would be perfect for them. Some conversation clues could include wanting extra income, more flexibility, the opportunity to travel, or a supportive group of friends. Now that you know who to talk to, you might be wondering, what do I say? Check out the next video on promoting the opportunity to get some great talking tips.
Okay, we're going to come back to that, but first we're going to talk about networking. So for me, it's all about building the relationship before you join Sensi. My best teamies, the ones that have been the most successful, are genuinely people that I've had some form of relationship with prior to them actually joining. Anybody that has, I've had a few that have joined me off the cuff, like completely been a complete surprise, and they've been great. But people that I don't actually have a relationship, they haven't seen me work, they haven't really been a big customer of mine, I found that they've been probably the least successful, or they've given up really, really quickly. So for me, it's really about building those relationships. Sometimes it's about where do you find those people? How many of you struggle to actually network and find new people to ask? Because this is something I think I get asked most, and this is going to come back to everything you've learned today. Thank you for putting your hands up, by the way. All the things that you've learned today about partying and using social media, they're all tools for you to be able to meet new people, potential new recruits, potential new teamies, potential new customers. And generally it starts as a customer and that turns into a teamie. My most recent teamie was somebody that had a borrow bag from me, and it just started off as, I did a small Christmas party, very small. She bought one warmer and 2 Bucks bars. And then she decided she wanted the borrow bag so she could smell all of the smells. And I host coached her with that borrow bag, and I said to her, look, share a link on your Insta stories, which she did. I showed her how to put the link on her Instagram. And I said to her, here's your borrow bag, this is what I want you to do with it. Take it out, take it to all your friends. She said, I'm going to see this friend, and I'm going to see another friend next week. And I said, look, keep it for the week and take it with you. Before we knew it, she had nearly £300 in orders, and she'd already said to me, I'm not joining Sensi. And she said, I'm quite happy to do this, but I'm not joining. So I said, no problem. I said, could I ask you why? And she said, because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I don't go to bed until really late. I work 37 hours a week, and I have my grandson 2 days, 2 days as well. She works long shifts. And she said, I just haven't got time. So I said, okay. Now, with that in mind, knowing that she'd had a £300 borrow bag, I was like, hold on a minute. I don't want those orders. You've got loads of customers, clearly. So I went live in my customer group, and I talked about how it doesn't matter, however you haven't got the time. And I literally pitched a live straight to her, pretty much straight to her. And about 4 days later, she messaged me and said, see the live that you did? I think I'm going to sign up. Was she satisfied last month? And that was she satisfied in 6 weeks. She was really, really good. So I knew just from watching that, okay? So that was obviously from a party. That's where I networked with her. What I want you to just discuss with the people next to you now is where you think you could network more to find new customers. What could you do you think, to find new customers? Ask the people at your table, where do they find their customers? What do they do to find new customers? Have a little discuss. Okay, so can we hear some of these? So, just from that short discussion, I know I didn't give you very long, I do apologise. I used to do this quite a lot. I never give the students that I taught long enough really to discuss. It's just, I get a bit impatient, sorry. But what I want to ask is there anyone that just discussing in that little round table there, is there anyone that was like, oh, do you know what, I need to do that. I've just picked up something from somebody else on my table that would be happy to share. Oh, go on, Nick. Carly, give her the mic. She wants a sweet. I know exactly why she had her hand up.
So Carly's just said that she got someone from a salon, and I'm like, no, my nail technician, she does it already, hairdresser does it, I've got nowhere. But the local place in Brazil, you know,
Yeah.
Swanky.
Oh, I know you mean.
And I said, I really need to do that. And she's like, yeah, you've got to go and do it.
So what did Carly do?
No, that's what she's, well, you've done it through a hairdresser or something.
Yeah.
But I said, mine work from home, so that I can't have that situation. I'm like, I need to go cold call, just go in there and say, would you like to have this? Or, you know.
Okay. Carly, what did you do in the salon? Can I ask exactly what you did? Can you share with everyone what you did?
Yeah, I put a crushed diamond in there with a light from within, and every 3 weeks when I go and get my nails done, I change it around. So I put whatever one was on offer, I put a picture frame up, and it'll have the offer in there. So when we had the crushed diamond with the 2 wax bars free, and I sold 2 of them last month from doing that. Georgie's idea actually about the picture frame. But I put a pack of sample packs in there as well, and I literally change them every 3 weeks. The warmers, the wax, everything.
Great way to actually meet new customers. Has anyone else got any other? Oh, Wendy's got one. You're gonna have to go up the back. Go to Wendy. She's waving at Wendy. Here she comes. I love that idea. I really love that idea.
Gemma said that she goes into work with a see-through bag and a mini warmer and some catalogues, and she got in the lift and somebody said, oh, what's that Judy Sensi? And they took a catalogue, and then she left the bag on her desk in plain view for everyone, and people were coming over saying, oh, what's this? And they were having a rummage through the bag. So it's a really good way, and I think she got the idea from you actually, Lisa, she said. And she said it was a really good way of getting people to approach her. So if you're not so confident to go out and approach people, and you can think about ways of getting them to come to you, that might be a good way to go about it.
Love, 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 love. That's. I think we've got a couple more down the front, Kylie. Come on, come running down here. Get your steps in, girl. She's very glamorous, my assistant. Oh, lovely Sarah Carter.
Oh yeah. I recently went for my first golf lesson, and yes, my boss is the president there or whatever. And I went to a ladies' session, and none of them have heard of Sensi. So that is my goal next Tuesday. Go in there with some sample packs.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, girls. I'm going to come back to you. So, is there anyone that has started off by networking, maybe doing something like we've just talked about, but you've managed to turn it into a joint conversation? I know there definitely is one person that has. Brilliant. Sorry, Kylie, you coming over here now? Sorry, just sat down.
I'm lying to right now.
Go on, be brave.
I have actually gone blind. Yeah, so I had somebody that had never tried Sensi before, so I sent her out some pack, she loved it, and literally straight off the back from that, and she could see everything because I share all my achievements, what Sensi's done for me all over my page. She was like, I want to join. I just love the samples, what you've given me, I want to join. So she basically came to me with it, but as soon as just giving them little samples, she just comes straight into my inbox.
And how did you meet her?
A mum at school, at nursery.
What recommend? Oh, she was a mum from the school?
Yeah, from nursery.
Okay. And how did she know you did Sensi in the nursery?
Because I went in with a Sensi t-shirt on.
Branding, okay? It's branding. Great way to meet new people. Laura Silkins is literally the queen of branding herself and her husband, I will add. And, yeah, tell the football story. She just wants to sleep.
So one weekend I was at football, and I must say, when he wears a hoodie that says like husband of a wax boss, that was all his idea. And he was at football one weekend and somebody came over, I wasn't there, and they thought I did waxing, like leg waxing. And one of the mums came over and she was like, oh, does Laura do leg waxing? Like, and he went, oh no. And ended up telling her what it was, what I did. She became a customer, she ended up joining. And joking on the branding, he literally says now, he's like, I'd wear a purple glittery onesie if she asked me to now. He was like, I've quit my job, so I'm doing alright. So yeah, it's all about the branding.
Yeah, branding is a really great way for you to meet people. I was one of these people that said I would never wear a Sensi t-shirt, I would never wear a Sensi hoodie. I own it all, okay? I own it all. I don't think I'll get my husband wearing one, I'm not going to lie. He's a scaffolder, and yeah, the jumpers won't last 5 minutes. But if you're not personally branding yourself, to get yourself out there networking, it's a really good way to meet new customers, and hopefully you can turn them into new team members. And those team members that, you know, it ends up being a very quick opportunity. I had never tried a product when I decided to join. I didn't even know what it was. I just knew it was something that was like candles. And I was like, oh, I love candles. I'm going to do this. I need to earn a bit of extra money. And that literally was the conversation. I hadn't smelt a product. I had never seen a wax bar. Never seen a warmer, could have been the ugliest stuff. I didn't know really what I'd signed up to, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And I'm standing here right now, so it works, okay, it works. Okay, we've got a third video. This video is gonna show you, okay, we're not gonna have no role play, don't worry. This video is gonna show you about how you could actually have the conversation, you know, what conversations you could actually do, how you could open up the conversation. This actually had some real like aha moments for me, where I was trying to rewrite what was in the video, and then I thought, no, you just need to watch the video because it's actually pretty interesting. It's pretty good. So hats off, Sensi. Oh, we're having some tech issues today.
Deciding what to say when you promote the opportunity starts with discovering how Sensi could enrich the lives of your prospective team members. This discovery can take place in one-on-one conversations as you build relationships with others and learn what matters most to them. It also could take place as prospects engage with your social media posts that highlight the benefits of being a Sensi consultant. When chatting with others, be sure to focus conversations on their interests and how Sensi could fill their needs. For example, you might ask them to rate how happy they are with their current job. Based on the response they give, you can discover why they might want to join and extend that invitation. Think about what's happening at Sensi that might appeal to prospective team members. Some of the key benefits you could point out include flexibility, extra income, travel and incentives, amazing products, events and programs, and of course, friendships and fun. Just be sure to listen to which benefits might best match their interests and needs. New catalogs and products, programs like Sensi Club, and established partnerships with companies like Disney are also great talking points. Make a list of why right now is the best time to join Sensi and share that with others. And lastly, catch someone's attention by sharing your Sensi story and explaining why you joined. Describe what you do and get them excited by sharing what makes you and your business special. Now that you know who to talk to and what to say, it's time to actually extend the invitation to join. Learn all about sharing your message and inviting others to join in our third video on promoting the opportunity.
Okay, so the best team leads for me are the ones that come to me and say, I want to join your team. But they are few and far between, personally, for me. I've now got to a point where, as a super sales director, I've probably asked all of my friends, I've asked all of my family, lots of them said yes. I've asked as many people as I know, I've probably gone down that list of 100, I've made multiple dream team lists, and a lot of those have come to me and joined. And now that's when the hard work starts, when now you're at the point where you're going to actually have to ask people. And I don't know why we find it so hard to actually ask the question. So, your dream team list, I want you to think about how you could actually ask them to join your Sensi business. Now, I never, ever, 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 ever use the term join my team. And it's really simply because there's one little word in there that I really don't like, and it's my. Because that's all about me. You need to make the join opportunity about them. What can Sensi do for them? Go back to Claire, my team that joined. She told me she didn't have enough time. And I turned that conversation around. I actually pitched to her how you didn't need lots of time. You can work this business in your pockets if you just want to earn the freebies. You can work this business in your pockets. I got Star Director as a teacher working 2 days a week. It was only 2 days a week, I'll give that. But 2 days a week and parenting at the same time. That was attractive to people. I think people joined me because they could see, hold on a minute, she's made that successful by teaching and having a team at the same time. That's attractive to people. So how many of you have got other jobs apart from Sensi? Okay. How many of you post about how Sensi fits around that job on your personal page? Yeah. Okay. That's the sort of thing that you need to be putting out on your personal page, because people who work with you are going to see that. Friends, they're going to see that. Someone might think, oh, hold on a minute. She works full time. She's a director. I've got directors that work 60-hour weeks, travel up and down the country to conferences, yet they're still recruiting people because they're showing how it fits in their pockets of time. If you don't show that, your customers are not going to know that, your friends are not going to know that, your family aren't going to know that. And they're going to be like, well, you know, I don't see that. And we go back to that personal page on social media, because I think what happens is, I don't know about you guys, you post a lot in your customer group. You've got a closed customer group, probably 70%, 80% of you might have a closed customer group. You're only asking the people in that closed customer group to join. It means that no one outside of that is going to see that. Make your social media public profile, your profile public, stick some hashtags on it. Hashtag join Sensi, the opportunity, best decision I ever made in my life. You can literally make them up, okay? But put some hashtags on there and get that public, make that public profile. So when you do that post, there's a little drop-down box at the top, and you can change your join posts to public. It makes it with a little world on it if you've not got your profile public. And you can get that out to everybody. But no one's going to know if you don't put that out there in the world. Okay, I've got a few more points on that. Sorry guys, gone a bit off tangent. So, asking people to join, the people on your dream team list. Okay, I want you to think about how you could ask them to join. Message? Do you need to ask them face to face? Maybe you could send a message now. Okay, so take your phone out. Take your phone out, yep. I'm going to ask you to do this. If you get a yes, I need you to stand up and shout, I got a yes, really loud. Okay, so I want you to compose a message right now to one of your dream team members, but it needs to be not spammy. Do you want to join the team? No. Okay. It needs to be something along the lines of, obviously check in with them and make sure they're okay. Have they had a good Jubilee weekend? Have they just got back from Cyprus? How was your holiday? And then I want you to ask, have you ever thought about joining Sensi? You would be amazing. And then I want you to tell them why they would be amazing. What's the reason? You know loads of people. You've got a ready-made business because you're a beautician or you're a hairdresser. I just think you're amazing. I'd love to work alongside you. Come Sensi with me. I've just given you so many different lines there. Or you could create something, you know, complete. This is a really good one if you don't like the direct approach. Someone's made an order with you and they're on a dream team list. I'm just about to put your order on my order form. There's a box at the bottom. There's not, but they don't know that. There's a box at the bottom that says, would you be interested in joining Sensi? I just need to tick it. Is it anything you've ever thought about? How simple that is. You're telling them that you're just ticking a box. They just think, oh, she's just ticking a box. They're not now running for the hills. You're not now running for the hills. It's a really simple tick a box exercise. What if they come back and they say yes? Or what if they say, oh, I've never really thought about it. What, you want me to join? A lot of people have that thing of where they need to be asked. And we can go around in circles assuming that no one wants to join our team. They don't want to do that because they earn loads of money. They don't need to do that because they are a stay-at-home mum. They don't need to do that because they buy designer handbags. It's called an assumption. Don't make them on your customers. Because if your sponsor assumed that you didn't want to join, you wouldn't be sitting there right now in this room, would you? Would you have been given that opportunity to say yes? No, I bet not. Who sent the message? Who's been brave and sent a message? Oh, there's not very many hands up. Come. Oh, you're doing it. You're doing it. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're sending two. We've got two. I love it. If you get a yes, please shout, stand up really loud and shout and tell us, because that would be like, that would make my day if one person gets a yes. Okay, it would make my day. Again, this is, guys, a really simple exercise, a simple system. How long is this taking you to do? Build this into your business. This becomes a really simple exercise. You could do this once a day, one message a day. Ask one person a day to join. That's 30 a month. Okay? In that ratio somewhere, someone's going to say yes. And they won't always say yes first time. Sorry, guys. It might take them 6 months. Who took 2 years? Sarah. Sarah took 2 years. Georgie, how long? 2 years? So that was like, how long was that again? 7 months. So you was a yes and then you ghosted. And now you're here. I love that. Absolutely love that. One of my superstar directors, it took her about 8 months to say yes to me. And it was when I showed her one of my paychecks. And we went out for dinner and I showed her one of my paychecks. She went, I don't know if I can say, put the income disclosure on this. She was like, you've earned £800 from selling Sensi. So this was quite like early on. I was like, yeah, that's not my biggest paycheck either. She was like, hold on a minute. You've earned £800. She's like, sign me up. If I had known that I just needed to talk about money earlier on with her, then I would have signed her up. She's a superstar director now. She's my sister-in-law. So if you drop her a follow, she's amazing. Okay, so the next video that we're going to watch is actually the bit that you've just done. This is the extend the invite. We'll watch it, but you've actually just done it, so we've jumped a step.
Now that you know who to talk to and what to say, it's time to extend the invitation to join Sensi. Share your message where it works best for your situation. It could be part of your party presentation, signs and posters at events, social media posts, or one-on-one conversations. For inspiration, check out the join images on the marketing tab. So, how do you invite someone to become a Scentsy consultant? First, don't overthink it. Make it simple and don't overwhelm them with too much information. When you're extending the invitation to someone, identify a truly unique quality that would make them great for Scentsy. Express your confidence and assure them that you'll be there every step of the way. Some examples of what you might say include, "You're so friendly. I think you'd be great at Scentsy." Or, "You mentioned that you love to travel. I think Scentsy would be great for you because you can earn exciting trips abroad or take more time to travel solo." You might also say, "You'd be a great addition to my team because you're so motivated." Or lastly, Scentsy would be a great opportunity for you to meet new people and gain a network of supportive and positive people with similar goals. If someone declines your invitation, take the time to ensure you understand what exactly their objection is. Ask questions to make sure you're clear about their apprehensions. And once you understand their objections, empathize with their concerns and work together to identify solutions that will help build their belief. Whether your invitation gets a yes or a no, stay in touch and continue to nurture your relationship. Don't message or call them to talk about Scentsy during every conversation. Get to know them. What makes them passionate about what they do? Talk to them about their great qualities and how they could prosper in a business like Scentsy. As they watch you grow and thrive in your business, they'll want to be part of your journey. Lastly, remember that it's just as important to follow up with potential team members as it is to follow up with your customers. Try following up with them once a week. Don't start the conversation by mentioning Scentsy, just ask how they're doing and how their week has been. If they don't bring up Scentsy after the second week, follow up again and tell them you just wanted to check in and see what their thoughts were. If they don't express interest, that's okay. Just because they aren't interested now doesn't mean they won't be in the future. So keep them on your radar and maintain your relationship with them. Use a follow-up system like Maven to keep track of who you're talking to and whether they're interested in joining your team. Building a team is a total game changer. It's one of the most valuable things you can do to grow your business. So now that you know who to talk to, what to say, and how to extend the invitation, it's time to get out there and start building your team.
I believe someone's got a yes. Who's got a yes? Stand up, shout. Come on, babe. Come on. Oh my God. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. It works. Okay, that's 3. In what, 10 minutes? I'm sure there's going to be more. I'm sure there's going to be more. It gives me goosebumps, by the way, all over. Okay. We've talked about, the reasons why having a team is great. We've talked about different ways that you can network. We've talked about different ways that you can ask people to join your team. And we've actually physically asked someone to join your team today. The next step is all on you, and this becomes the action that becomes the habit. This needs to be a habit that you do all of the time. I don't go a week without asking someone to join my team. I normally don't actually go like 3 or 4 days, I'm not going to lie. And I'm always having those recruitment conversations or building those relationships. They're not necessarily saying to somebody every day, do you want to join the team, do you want to join the team? But building those relationships, starting to work with people, like messaging people, getting to know them on a different level, and then just dropping it into conversation. Creating join posts that are completely geared and aimed at your dream team members. Those attraction marketing posts, sharing what is amazing in your Scentsy business from the rooftops. And if you don't think that you've got anything amazing going on in your own Scentsy business, use what's going on in other people's. Share if your director's got an incentive trip and they've earned an incentive trip and you've not earned one yet, just to make people aware of what's possible. And, with those words, I'm going to be on the next one. If somebody's promoted or in your own team, shouting those things out from the rooftops on your own profile. All of those things, congratulating people, on the impacts of their Scentsy business, sharing someone else's story as well, sharing other people's successes. on your social media with people you know when you're having conversations one-to-one. They're all methods of attraction marketing. They're all methods of attracting people in. They're all methods of planting the seed, but without you actually physically saying to someone, do you want to join Sensi? Okay, because that's the hidden talent behind sponsoring. So build it into your business. Start to think about, okay, how am I going to plan for June? How many people am I going to ask? And how am I going to make myself accountable? This is what I would do. I would find an accountability buddy that's in this room today and be like, right, you're going to keep me accountable, and I'm going to ask 10 people this month, and at the end of the month, if it gets to like 4 days before, and I've only asked 6, you're literally going to give me the kick up the bum that I need to go and ask the other 4, and I'm going to get that done. Create a system that works for you, whether it's asking someone when you're having your morning cup of coffee, building those relationships. Make that system work for you. I can tell you what my system is, how I do it, when I do it, but my system won't work for every single one of you. You just need to decide how you're going to ask people, when you're going to ask people, but making it a consistent system. As soon as something becomes inconsistent, it's not going to happen. It's simple as that. You're not going to recruit people if you don't ask. Be honest with yourself. How many people have you already asked this month? You should have at least all asked 1. Yeah? You've asked 1 now. What date are we? The 4th. So, realistically for me, I needed to have asked at least 2 people to hit my goal by this point. So think about it that way. Sponsoring needs to be at the forefront of your mind, like selling a mini warmer. Don't put it off. Build a team. Don't be scared of having a team, because I can tell you, from the faces that I'm looking at in this room, my team are like honestly, they're my extended family. We spend a lot of time together. We talk a lot. My team group is like the most incredible place to be. The culture and the environment is just incredible. And every single one of you need to experience that. If you've not got a team, you need to experience it. And don't talk yourself into a corner of saying, I can't recruit. It's just that you haven't built that skill yet. And as soon as you start making it a consistent habit, it will become a skill. If anyone's got any questions, I'm happy to answer, but I am aware that I've been talking for like an hour or thereabouts, and I'm sure a lot of you are ready to go and have some lunch. But I am happy to answer any questions if anyone's got any. I think that's it. My glamorous assistant has got a question.
Can I ask what you girls that have just recruited wrote in your join message?
Good question. Becky? Go on, fancy Becky. You got the mic. If you don't mind sharing it, Becky.
I'm shaking.
I love that you've recruited.
I just put, I'm at SFR, since you're very ruining, it's just what it is, and you would bloody love it. Sorry. I don't know why, I just felt like I had to tell you. She's put, tell me more, and then she said that guy she's dating wants some wax bars.
Standard.
And that he wants my number. Weird. And I just put, like, it's a really accepting community, it's changed so many people's lives. We were asked to write down, I'm actually shaking, look at that. We were asked to write down a list of 5 people, and you were on my dream team. Sent her a picture of my dream team. Sorry to ambush you, but I mean it. And then she's put, oh, I'm actually shaking, that's so weird. I love that you've got me on there, because I think you're great, I think you're great too. I was like, it's £30 to join right now, just saying. Maybe we should have a chat about it soon, obviously of coffee and cake. So I said, so it's a maybe? Yep. So I've put, yeah, always coffee and cake, always. I love the community idea too. I said, but honestly, I'd love to share it with you. You will see spam coming soon, keep your eyes out. And then I sent her a picture of like a video of the thing and just said, she's put, she used to do another thing, sales thing.
Okay.
And it cost her a fortune, she hated it. I just want to enjoy it, make friends and a bit of cash too. And I literally just sent her a video and said, this is what everyone's here for. £30, not exactly, what should I put? £30, not exactly much to lose, so spam away. I pondered it for a long time. Right, this is the freaky bit. So I put, oh really? She's put, yeah, sign me up.
Oh.
And I said, see, I knew to message you. And she put, all my manifestation works.
Oh, I love that.
And I just put, I'm really excited and said that she can't wait to spend more time with me.
Oh, Becky, that's amazing.
That's so cool. Sorry, it was a long one.
It was, but I love that conversation because it just goes to show that it's not always a simple, do you want to join your snow type thing. And there's a little bit of, thank you, Becky, for sharing that. And thanks for asking that, Carly. It's a little bit of, like, conversations had to go on there. There's a little nudge, that little nudge, and she was manifesting it. I think it sounds like she wanted you to ask her. She just needed to be asked. The universe, 100%, completely agree with you. Anyone else want to share their message that they sent? Yeah, go for it, Carly. She's forgot the sweets, hasn't she?
Hi everyone. So I went in just asking about the Jubilee weekend, first of all, just all nice and polite. Because she's a post lady, so I was like, I hope to have to work all weekend. And then I just said what Lisa said about the customer forms with the tick box. And I said, oh, you know, I need to tick this box. Would you consider becoming a consultant? Would love to sense with you. Can I tick the box? And she just said, yes. I was like, oh my god, you'd be so fab. And I just sent the link and I said, there's a really special offer this month, so £30. And then I said, it'll be super fun to sense with you. And she said, I need a side hustle.
I love that. Congratulations. Did you have any idea that she would want to join? Okay, so she said no, but she has been buying a lot of Scentsy lately. Disney fan. That's, you know, alarm bells going off already. So if you haven't got your dream team list, well, you have now. You've all got one of 5. Mine's about 10 people on mine. Go home, extend it, and work on that dream team list. Have it written down. You know, you can create a little table where you can write notes next to it, like when you ask them, when did you ask them last? What did they say? How could it bless them? You know, when am I going to ask them again? That follow-up's really important. Even though they say no once, don't take no. Georgie, what's your saying, Georgie? Hold on, she's got a saying. What is it? I know you.
They only said no, they didn't say never.
Yeah. Remember that one, okay? Because there are a lot of people probably sitting in this room that said no at least once. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave it there. Unless anyone else has got any questions, I'm going to leave it there because I'm conscious that you all need to go and eat. And before you have your team time. But thank you so much for all coming to watch me and thank you for joining in. Hopefully you got something from it. Don't forget team from it then. Happy days.